I mean, before we even get the intro going, I just want to ask a little bit about your day to day, your training. I mean, I know you woke up 4:30 a.m. and I know you kind of just finished your day up. So can you give me the scoop on your training?
The training here is it varies honestly, like week to week. So like the first week I was here, it was just workout at 7:30, skate at 10:15, and nothing crazy. But this week there's like the Blackhawks skills coach, um, I think a Toronto skills coach, and then somebody else is just in town seeing if guys like what they do and whatnot. So just getting up at, I think it was 4:15 this morning, coffee and out of the house by I think it was like 5. Then 45-minute drive up to the gym, get a little workout in. And then we were on the ice at 7:15 this morning. Went and got breakfast with Ronnie Addard. And then he had his agency camp, and then I went back to the rink for 10:15 skate.
What are you ripping in the car for 45 minutes in that ride? You got the heat seater on, car sauna going.
Oh, absolutely nothing. I got a fucking lumbar support on my fucking back.
Yes, he does.
I love that. What are you listening to? Just some tunes?
Yeah, yeah. Usually rap or EDM. A lot of old oldies music right now on fucking nice sunny days. You're on the course.
Any podcasts?
Listen to some fucking Bob Seger and some Elton John and shit like that. So
That's crazy. That's how you say his name. I thought it was Ronnie Attard.
yeah, no, everybody did. Everybody on like all the coaching staff and everybody that I know that doesn't personally know him, it's always a tard.
Can you say that again?
Ronnie Addard.
Ronnie Addard. Yeah, no, I would have thought. I've seen the guy's name everywhere, like he just
Yeah.
NHL debut this year and stuff like that. So I thought for sure
Uh-huh.
Ronnie Attard. But
Yeah, that's funny.
how'd you get set up there in Michigan? You're obviously born in Denver, live in Omaha, and how'd you get set up there in Michigan?
I think it was Ronnie and Corey Schooneman, who I texted last year, because last year at the end of the year I got hurt at the end of the college season. My left knee did. And then I kind of healed up from that, came and played at Hershey for 4 games. And the fourth game that I played, got tripped into the boards full speed, fucked my knee. So I didn't get training until honestly right about now. It was like the first week of August is when I jumped in last year. And yeah, it went well because it's like the NTDP gym and all their trainers and shit. So they have everything you need, and I don't have to drive anywhere separate for ice, which is nice.
Nice. I love that. Is that at the Plymouth Arena?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're seeing the BuzzPod posters all around there. These posters, we posted them all around that arena.
Did you?
Yeah, take a walk around next time, like in the hallways, even go to the public bathrooms. We put them on the stalls.
Yeah, I'll walk upstairs around their little concourse and see where they're looking like.
Yeah, that's unreal though. But you just mentioned, I mean, you were injured all last summer till August, but I mean, this was a hell of a season you had this year. What did you do in that time, like when you really couldn't do anything? Were you thinking a lot about, were you kind of in your head a little bit about this upcoming season and how you weren't really able to train and stuff? And it's not only, but you only had, compared to now, 1 point in those 5 games in Hershey. So how was your mindset like, and what were you doing over the summer?
I was shaking in my boots. I was so scared going into my first pro season. Not even, I don't even think it was a full month of summer training. So yeah, I was shaking in my boots. Kind of came in and felt like I had something to prove after, all the social media, leading goal scorer in college hockey, kind of blew up. And so, yeah, I felt like I had to prove something. And just kept telling myself, skate fast, shoot hard, skate. Cause I know I've always believed that like nobody can catch me and there's not a lot of guys that really can. And so, yeah, I just skate fast, shoot hard, and good things will happen.
Skate fast, shoot hard. I mean, you do shoot hard and you do skate fast. I mean, this season you broke the record of you became the fastest man in the world. I'll actually get the intro going. So, welcome back to the Buzz Pod. This is episode 100. Joining us today is the world's fastest man on ice. He led all AHL rookies in goals this season with 30. Signed his first NHL deal with the Washington Capitals and won the Calder Cup. It's truly an honor to have this guy back on the pod. Ethen Frank, Welcome back. What's up, bro?
Thanks for having me. It's a true honor to be back on the pod, especially for Epi 100.
Epi 100, baby. I mean, I had to get the fastest man alive on for Epi 100. It is a big deal. Nobody can catch you, like you were just saying. Can we actually, I mean, let's, before we talk about just the fastest skater stuff, can you talk about the beginning of the season? You mentioned you were kind of shaking in your boots going into camp. Obviously, you had an amazing season, but talk about just going into camp, what camp was like, and then the opportunity that you had or had to earn right away.
Yeah, no, it was nice just because it was the head coaches and one of the assistants first year in Hershey. So it was kind of nice to all be coming in first year together, not really knowing what to expect, and just kind of having fun with it. Really, like that's all he wanted throughout the whole year. We'd have barbecues and grill outs with the whole team, girlfriends, families, everybody invited. So yeah, he set a really good standard as far as that right away. But it was really fun. It was a battle, and then the opportunity. As unfortunate for him, but unfortunate for me, Garrett Pilon got hurt. It was maybe a third of the way into the season. He was on the top line with Scarbosa and Vecchione, and I got bumped up, and the rest is pretty much history. Those two guys make it super easy. They know. I just tell them all the time I'm flying out of the zone, so just look for me. Like I'll be open, or I'll get to a puck. Like don't be afraid to ice it because I'm fucking humming. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was nice. Those guys are really welcoming, especially being my first year. They were nice and cool, helping me out and kind of figuring out the ropes and whatnot.
And what about like any downs throughout the season, or what about like when you're scoring these goals? Like, I'm sure you had a couple games, your back-to-back goals and stuff, or and then you go dry for 2 games. Were you ever kind of scenarios in your head like, fuck, like I gotta get some goals again. I'm dying down here.
Yeah, the only time that stuff went through my head was in playoffs. Unfortunately, I don't know what was going on. I just couldn't. Well, it wasn't myself. I don't really know. I didn't really look at it that deep because I didn't want to be the negative Nancy in the room, kind of selfishly being sad I'm not scoring goals.
Right.
But I just try to stay calm, level headed. Everybody's going to go through it sooner or later, and it's going to happen no matter what. So you just keep working and, find a way to battle through it and don't let it happen again, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, and championship team Hershey Bears. Can you talk a little bit about your captain, Dylan McElrath? I mean, you know what I do, and that guy does it really, really well, or used to do it more than he does now. But can you talk about him? I mean, he's a mutant.
Yeah, no, he's one of the like nicest, sweetest, most caring human beings I've ever met off the ice. And then it's like as soon as his Under Armour goes on, he's just ready to murder everybody.
Yeah.
He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't care how big you are. He doesn't care how much money you're making. He's coming after you, and he's going to play the same way, and it's miserable.
It is miserable. I've been dummied by that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was telling
learned.
Z, like that's a guy in the American League. He's probably the guy that you're like, fuck, dude. Like, if you do my role, it's like, I got this guy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. And there's like off face offs and shit. Like other players are talking to us like, dude, tell Mac to leave me alone. Like tell McElrath to stop. I'm not gonna fight him. I'm like, you're on your own, man. I tried that in training camp, and he doesn't care. He's still gonna come after you.
probably guys like you love having him on the team just because if anyone says anything to you, you got that mutant coming
Oh
down.
yeah. Yeah, I got asked to fight a few times this year, and I just turned and pointed my stick. Said, "Go talk to that guy."
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. And I mean, obviously, first, congratulations on your NHL deal. But I want to talk a little bit about like getting invited to the AHL AllStar game and going there, winning the fastest skater and setting record in NHL and AHL, becoming the fastest person to ever do that. I mean, the fastest skater in the world. What was that experience like for you? And then is that when did every NHL team start calling you after that? Because it's like, man, we got this is the fastest skater in the world, and look at his numbers too.
Yeah, no, the experience was cool. Obviously, it's something special. You never really know if stuff like that's ever going to happen in your career, so it's cool to be honored. But yeah, no, we played like 2 nights before, and before I found out, I'd already bought plane tickets to Florida for All-Star break, and so like it was kind of a rush, last minute thing. Like flew out at like 6 a.m. I think. This was on my birthday is when the All-Star thing was.
Nice.
And so I wake up immediate airport beer. It's like 6:15 in the morning, airport beer.
Yeah.
And like I didn't really know what was like we didn't get a schedule or anything. They didn't really fill us in. So I didn't know what was going on. And so I just kept kind of having some airport beers throughout the day. And we get to the hotel and I have like 45 minutes to get dressed to get on the bus to go to the rink for the All-Star or the skills competition. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I get down and do like 10 minutes of stretching, throw my suit on, go to the rink. It was pretty cool, chaotic, but cool. They had it well organized and got some cool stuff out of it. But yeah, no, we didn't find out what skills competition we were doing until like 10 minutes before we were getting on the ice. Like when they explained what it was is when we found out who was doing what. And so it was kind of like nervous and a lot of anxiety. And yeah, I watched the kid from Tucson go before me and he looked like he was buzzing. And I kind of was buzzing. So I had a little anxiety from that too. But yeah, no, I just said, I got to get moving here. And yeah, no, it turned out well. I didn't think it was going to be that fast. I've always wondered what it would be like compared to NHL numbers. And obviously they're not trying as hard as they can. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool because I didn't think it would blow up like that either.
That's crazy, man. Maybe we get a sober run your sub 12.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking too. Like, could you imagine if I didn't play and travel and like if I had good legs, like what the time would be? So yeah, that's always kind of a good joke I think to myself about.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, that just makes me want you in the NHL All-Star game next year. Shatter that thing. Just hold off on the beers till after and just shatter. Yeah. But that's unbelievable. And then I know you dropped your skates off in the Hockey Hall of Fame. I mean, what an experience that must have been.
Yeah, I did do that. We were actually in Toronto, and I had gotten hurt that game. It was like 11 a.m. kids game, and it was like my third shift of the game. And I go into the boards, and my hand, like the guy hit my elbow and just shoved my hand into the boards, and went through a lot of stuff with that. It was kind of a joke trying to get that figured out. But yeah, no, went after the game, and they had a trophy to drop off too. And yeah, it was really cool. They sent me like some emails and stuff. I got Phil Pritchard's like business card with his cell phone number in my wallet, and I always like every time I pull out my debit card or ID, I see it.
And you're like,
always, yeah, it's always a good little reminder that good things have been happening and good things will continue to come.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of good things coming, when did that NHL deal come about?
They wanted to at the beginning of last season instead of the A deal with Hershey, but didn't really know. Just being the fifth year college guy, didn't really know how it was going to pan out. So they wanted me to earn something. But yeah, no, there wasn't a ton of other teams in the mix at the time when they offered it, which is fine because I'll take what I can get. You know, it's every kid's dream. So yeah, no, it wasn't even, I think 6 or 7 minutes, and I had the email sent back with it signed. Because we were in Laval, so it was right before the All-Star game after the skills competition the next day. And so I was like, yeah, I'm sending this in right away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
They seen your speed and they're like, yeah, just give this kid
just give it to him.
Just give this kid a deal. But I mean, I know you, and I know that you've always been an elite player. And I was thinking about it today. I'm surprised you didn't get drafted in the NHL. Is that something that you think about? Like, I'm an undrafted guy. Like, I can't believe these guys missed me, because you're not a guy that shot up out of nowhere. I find you've always been legit, you know?
Yeah. I know. I think back like when I was that draft eligible age, I just didn't have a few key factors that like they look for, and didn't really know about it. Until I started listening and doing everything David Goggins. And then I figured it out and something clicked. And yeah, I don't know what it was, but I just found a whole new level that I could take myself to. And I got to give that guy credit because he's nuts.
Yeah, he is nuts. I love Goggins.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't get enough of him. I wear a Stay Hard shirt at workout some days. It's awesome.
Stay hard.
Yeah.
We actually both did the 48 challenge because he inspired us. I did it during COVID because that's
good
what
for
I wanted.
you.
I did
it 2 times.
Yeah, I remember watching you do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did a solo though. That's unreal.
Oh, dude, fuck. Yeah, it was a battle.
Dude, and
Yeah, I
that
can't imagine.
audiobook, did you listen to the audiobook or did you read the book?
No, I read both of his books out.
Oh, okay.
I
Unreal.
I read his book. I also recommend listening to the audiobook
Yes, me too.
because when he talks about the audiobook, he stops, he pauses it, and he explains the situation like in a
Okay.
podcast
It's
form
literally like a book.
with the author, and the author is interviewing him. It's you
Oh,
can get it on
I
all
thought
of
it was just. I thought it would have been some random voice just reading the book.
Oh, it's him.
No,
It's
dude,
him.
it's him.
Unreal.
He's
Okay.
reading it, dude. It's and he
That's the best workout music in the world. Like you're working out,
Yeah, I can't
throw
imagine.
his audiobook on, it's his voice, him telling you, and I'm running,
Yeah.
I'm on my 99th lap. I gotta hit 100, but I'm shitting myself. There's blood in my
Yeah.
face. And you're like, should I do this last rep? All right,
Yeah.
this guy's shitting himself and he's
Yeah.
gonna do the last lap.
This guy's running on broken feet.
Yeah, yeah. Unbelievable story. Like just an unbelievable guy. But can you kind of talk about just the AHL as a whole? I mean, obviously a grind of a league, and for you coming out of college now, you're playing. You probably played 90 games this year. I don't know how many exactly, to be honest. I should know that, but you played a ton of games this season. I mean, how'd your body hold up, and how about that schedule?
Yeah, no, it really wasn't bad. I guess it kind of was. Like I think we had, I think it was like 7, 8, or 9 3-and-3s throughout the year, and so like it is tough. But I feel like they give you the tools that you need, and if you can't rest and fuel yourself properly, then that's on you, and it's going to show. So it wasn't bad. Like they give you everything you need to help recover and get ready for that next game. But yeah, those dog days like January, February, March. Yeah, it's tough. It's a grind. It's almost like, I don't want to say autopilot because every situation, every game is different. You're always in a new city and whatnot. But yeah, no, it's just wake up, play. It's definitely, I don't want to say they don't mean as much. Just I feel like it's just not as intense compared to college because there's, like you said, 70, 80 games instead of the 30, 35 you play in college. So yeah, it's just different how guys handle it. And trying to get that fired up for 80 plus games is tough, but there's enough caffeine out there to get you going.
Yeah, that's true. Big espresso guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Other than that, did you notice any differences between college and pro in your first year?
No,
Yeah, honestly, I
one
felt,
spot on the power play. Either way, he's good.
yeah, no, I just felt kind of like I said, it just wasn't as intense. And so the D and like the forwards back checking, like it's not right in your face right away. Like I felt in college, like I touch the puck and I'm swarmed with 3 guys immediately. And so it's just a lot more systematic because you got to be in a better spot defensively because guys will beat you and make you look silly at this level. So it was kind of nice in that aspect. But yeah, no, it was a pretty fortunate year for myself. Like a lot of guys just made it easy. I would just put myself in a good position and just shoot. And I have confidence in myself that I'll score a lot. So that's just, yeah, I just got to get myself open and scream for it.
And I know you grew up playing roller hockey. We're both roller hockey guys. Unfortunately, I didn't get your stride. Can you talk about just how you develop your stride and what you do for your skating? And if it's just playing roller hockey, I mean, you can just say that too, because I know you do a ton of that.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's pretty much it. Like this year is the first time I've ever worked with a skating coach. So that was kind of weird for me. But honestly, like as a kid growing up, I watching Jack Eichel and Nathan McKinnon videos on YouTube, literally just watching them skate and just trying to mimic it.
And then the
Because
one
they're both just so powerful and just make it look so effortless how fast they go.
Yeah, and you too, dude. And I was showing your video to someone today. I'm working a hockey camp. I was showing your video to one of the other coaches that coaches with me, who still plays, and he's like, "Man, it doesn't even look like he's trying. It's crazy." And now he'll know that you're 6, 7 beers deep, but you were trying. It just looks effortless, and that might come from the training we used to do back in Omaha, 1 a.m. after your dad would close down the rink, and we'd be able to hop out there and get a little game going. Those were the absolute days, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, I miss that for sure. Especially seeing like other guys used to do that with. Like when I go back to Omaha, like oh yeah, it grow up so quick. I don't know where the time goes, but I definitely miss those days. Those were a blast.
And so, what's like your main focus going into this season? Obviously, I hope to see you play in the NHL. I know you hope and expect yourself to be there, and I think and hope it's going to happen. But what are you trying to work on this summer in order to make that happen?
A lot of the little things like shoulder checking, going into corners and getting ready to receive the puck, just knowing kind of where everybody's at before I get the puck really. A lot of wall work, getting pucks off the wall. And then just probably just more poised with the puck. Because I've always been able to just chip the puck and just skate fast. And usually I'm probably going to get there or at least force it deep to get on the forecheck or whatever.
Right.
But I think if I added that to my game, it'd give me a whole new dynamic of being able to like make plays and whatnot, and not just be just a shooter. Because yeah, as of right now, I don't think I'm a very good playmaker. I just like skate fast, shoot hard.
So yeah, skate fast, shoot hard. Well, it's working for you, but so that's what you'd say you're working on is just like kind of becoming more of an overall player, being able to make plays, being able to see plays before when they're kind of developing before you even get that puck.
Yeah, for sure. And like a lot of the like like video sessions almost just kind of technique stuff and just a lot of stuff that like a normal hockey fan wouldn't really think that is important to the game. But like as hockey players, like it's just the hardest stuff to work on
Yeah.
because it's probably the most boring because you're just sitting watching and then going out in this session. The skate sessions are slow because you're trying to develop a new tool to add to the bag and whatnot. So it is kind of slow and frustrating, but if it pays off and you end up being able to add it to your game, that's crucial.
Yeah. How long do you say you work on those tools to work on a skill and add it into your game?
Um,
Is it like try
just
something for
depending.
about 2 weeks or?
Yeah, because usually like with the skates now, we'll do they're only about an hour long, so we'll do like 20-30 minutes of adding the new skill and working on it and getting the feel for it, and then we'll play mini games that give you the opportunity to add that and to use it so you can do it under pressure in a more of a game like situation.
Nice.
Just so it's kind of more of an unconscious kind of thing. You're just doing it.
What was your favorite AHL city? Laval or no?
Oh, Laval or Toronto, probably.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, both
So
just
you're
big.
in a good spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, big city, super nice. Um, yeah, like the hotels in both spots are just crazy nice compared to pretty much everywhere else we stayed.
Yeah.
Where'd you stay in Toronto? The Delta?
Yeah, I believe so.
Right downtown next to the Scotia and
Yeah, yeah,
Rogers Center. Oh, yeah, that's a
yeah.
good
Right
spot.
next to the CN Tower too.
Yeah, when they call you up, that's where they put you.
Yeah.
It's a good spot. Do you,
Wait, was there any guy on the team that helped you with the transition? Like obviously going from college to pro is a lot different in terms of I know in college they got you guys on schedule all day every day, and I know in pro you got a ton of free time. I mean, not a ton because you got a ton of games, but your off days are really off, like you don't got no class, nothing. So
Yeah.
any guy on the team that kind of helped you out with that stuff, or is that something that you figured out on the fly?
Um, Probably nobody specific. Like our team is so close knit that like I could ask one guy a question about something and then turn around and ask a different guy a different question about
Yeah.
something else. So that was cool because it was kind of everybody doing it. But then again, also figuring it out on the fly because you don't really know what to expect really. Like the off days, the coaches don't come into the ring. I
Yeah.
don't want to see you here. Don't come in. And so, like in college, off days, you go in, you get a bike, you get a stretch, you do whatever, but you have to go in pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of cool. Like they really emphasized getting your rest and whatnot. But yeah, it was definitely different. A lot more on the go. I feel like just because of the schedule.
what'd you get up to on your off days? Anything you could talk about on the pod? Any yoga?
Yeah, every once in a while we would.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But honestly, no, I just got a PS5 this year, and so I've been doing a lot of that.
What are you
Yeah.
playing?
I got PGA, UFC,
Nice.
The Last of Us.
Are you a
I
COD
got
guy?
COD. COD?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played Warzone. Usually just plays like zombies or whatnot when somebody comes over.
Yeah.
Um,
This is the best.
It's
Rocket
crazy, like
League.
I'm not a gamer, but it's always like the guys that are gamers on the ice too, hey?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. There's a few of us out there.
So I have this theory that when I play video games on game day, I play better because I see the game faster. My eyes are going. So whenever we're on the road, one of my buddies, Brennan Kapchek, brings his laptop and we play Call of Duty on his laptop. And so I'd be dialed and like playing, and I haven't played Call of Duty for years. I don't have a console. I decided to have a daughter instead. And so on those games, I was like, dang, I felt really good today. It's like I gotta play Call of Duty on game day now. I gotta play Call of Duty on game day.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to tell myself that too. Like, I just feel like it kicks in your reflexes and your mental thinking, and so it helps you out.
Oh yeah, you see everything. You see all the plays way faster.
Yeah, absolutely. See guys out of the peripheral vision and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this is my last question, Franky. What kind of guy are you? Like, get to the rink. What are you doing? Like, are you stretching a lot, or are you just kind of hanging out with the boys, taping the weapons?
Yeah, no, it's we have breakfast at like 8:15 usually in the mornings. I get there at like 7:45 with one of the vets. He goes in and gets work done with the trainers, and I just sit there and stretch and roll out and Theragun because they have NHL Network on the TV in the room. And so I just sit there and just stare at the TV for a few hours till everybody gets there. And and then once everybody comes in, I'll start taping sticks and whatnot. I tried it when I first got there to do it right away, and then I just be sitting around with nothing to do. So I just kind of hang out, sip the coffee, kind of chit chat. And then once everybody shows up is when it's closer to practice time. So I just kind of focus on that.
Such a beautiful life, man. Do you think this is actually my last one now? Do you think not being in class, like not having to worry about school, has just helped your focus on hockey and like has allowed you to kind of reach a higher potential?
Yeah, I'd say so. It was always a stress factor, whether you thought about it or not. You know, you had to have good grades or you're getting yelled at and you're getting scratched. And so, it's nice because especially like the young kids from major juniors come in and like just have no idea how lucky they are to be where they're at 20 years old.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice not to have to focus on anything else and just play hockey.
I'm pretty sure if your grades weren't good enough, instead of scratching you, your coach would have legit done your homework.
Yeah, my last year, honestly, first would have just told the teacher to just let it go, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope so. That's why if I'm coach, I'm like, Franky, I don't know anything about this, but I'll get you a D maybe. I'll
get you through. You'll get by.
All right, well, bro, thank you so much for coming on the pod, bro. For taking the time to find a spot with good connection, man. This has been unreal.
Yeah.
100 fastest man in the world.
Yes, congratulations.
For sure.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, if anyone
man,
is looking for a guy that likes to go fast, this is your guy. This guy likes to go fast. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah, man, you got it. Of course.